Eala off to ASB Classic semifinals after defeating Poland's Magda Linette. Eala, 20, dominated 5th seed Linette throughout the two-set match, 6-3, 6-2, to become the first-ever Filipino player, both in the men's and women's division, to get into the championship round of the WTA Tour-level singles division tournament. The Filipina, a crowd favorite at the sunny Auckland Open Court, rallied strong, beginning with a 4-0 run before Linette cut down the lead by 2. In the last game, however, Eala forged on, reaching match point and securing a slot in the semifinals. It feels so good. Thank you, everybody, for being here, Eala said when asked about her victory. I did my best. I do what I can, and if I see an opening, I think it's important that I go for it. Today was difficult, obviously, Magda being such an experienced player. I had difficulties playing against her before, so I'm happy that I've seen my level increase and my level improve, she added. The world number 53 is set to face China's Wang Xinyu in her first semifinal run in this year's ASB Classic. It has been a stellar run for Eala so far in the ASB Classic, formerly known as the Auckland Open, which is a WTA 250 tournament in New Zealand. The night air in Auckland carried a soft hum, the kind that settles over a tennis stadium just before history leans forward to listen. Floodlights carved clean white lines onto the blue court, and in that bright rectangle stood Eala, calm, composed, and unmistakably on the brink of something new. Across the net was Poland's Magda Linette, a player seasoned by years of battles, a woman who knew how to tame pressure into steel. What followed was not merely a match at the ASB Classic, but a conversation between generations, between promise and proof. Eala did not arrive with noise. She arrived with belief. From the first ball struck, there was a quiet confidence in her movement, a sense that she was not borrowing space on this stage but claiming it. Her footwork traced invisible patterns, light yet deliberate, as though she had already rehearsed this moment in her mind. Linette, steady and resolute, tested her early, deep returns, probing rallies, questions wrapped in topspin and pace. Eala answered without hurry. She let the ball come to her, met it with clean intent, and sent it back not with defiance, but with purpose. The crowd noticed, not in a roar at first, but in the way murmurs softened, how attention narrowed. People leaned forward. Something was unfolding. Eala's game has always carried a certain poetry. There is patience in her rallies, a refusal to panic when the point stretches longer than expected. Against Linette, that patience became a weapon. Each rally was a thread, and slowly, carefully, Eala wove them into something stronger than momentum, control. When the opportunity appeared, she stepped in, her forehand opening the court like a door she had been waiting to walk through. Linette pushed back, as champions do. She found angles, forced errors, reminded everyone why experience matters. There were moments when the match seemed ready to tilt, when a single break or a missed chance could rewrite the script. But Eala did not blink. She reset between points with a deep breath and a steady gaze, as if anchoring herself to something deeper than the scoreline. What made the night special was not just the shot-making, though there was plenty of it. Crisp backhands down the line, returns that kissed the baseline, serves that arrived right when they were needed. It was the sense of growth made visible. This was a young player no longer knocking politely at the door of the elite, but testing the handle, realizing it was already open. Between points, Eala's face revealed little, but her tennis spoke volumes. She played with respect for her opponent, yet without reverence. Linette was not a wall to admire. She was a challenge to overcome. And overcome she was, point by point, game by game, until the moment arrived when victory was no longer a possibility but a reality. When match point came, it did not arrive with chaos. It arrived with clarity. A rally, a final strike, and then stillness, followed by the release. The ball was out of reach. The semifinal awaited. Eala stood for a second longer, absorbing the truth of it, before the smile found her. In that moment, the scoreboard told only part of the story. For Eala, this one was more than a passage into the ASB Classic semifinals. It was a marker along a longer road, one that began far from Auckland, on courts where dreams were bigger than resources and belief had to travel further than opportunity. Every young athlete carries their country with them in subtle ways, in the flag stitched onto a bag, in the messages sent across time zones, in the knowledge that somewhere, someone is watching and daring to imagine themselves there too. This match added a new chapter to that journey. It said that she belongs here, that her name fits comfortably among the last four standing, that her future is not theoretical, it is active, unfolding, alive. Linette, gracious in defeat, offered a handshake that carried respect. She had tested Eala and found her ready. The torch, if not passed, had at least been shared for a moment under the Auckland lights. As Eala walked off the court, the applause followed her, not thunderous, but warm, appreciative, growing. The crowd understood what they had witnessed. Not just an upset or a result, but the steady rise of a player learning how to win at this level, how to hold her nerve, how to translate potential into performance. The semifinals would bring another challenge, another test written in fresh ink. But for now, this night belonged to Eala. A night where preparation met opportunity. A night where the future stopped waiting and stepped onto the court.